Welcome to Soulful Sunday Live. Here with me, Sonia of the Zen Room and Studio in Stouffville, Ontario. This is our time every Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, to reflect and connect and deepen our connection to ourselves and all that is, or the universe, spirit, guides, cosmic support team, our own inner knowing, and we do some guided meditation, oracle reading, some yoga to integrate whatever comes up, because this is done intuitively. I have no idea what is happening. And I'm so thankful for you joining me live. Good morning. And for those of you who catch the replay, whatever time that might be, thank you for joining and watching. And, if you feel like liking something with hearts or making a comment on what really resonates for you, or any question, go ahead. I do my best to watch that, but really it's just a time for us to be present. So if you're not interacting, I'm cool with that, because then I feel like you're in the moment doing whatever it is you do, as we're going along, really present. So that's cool. And feel free to DM me afterwards, whether you're live or it's the replay, if you have any questions or something you want to share and you don't want it to be, all over the internet and just with me. I read my own messages, so that's that. So without further ado, let's get present. And I should also say, if you're new here, that you can just come to this and you don't need anything, but I always do have handy, in case I feel inspired, a chair. I have my mat, but if you're outside doing it on the grass, even better. I was gonna go outside this morning, but it's already humid and hot, and I'm feeling a little bit off. So I just wanted to be where it's nice and cool in my studio that's in the basement of my home. So I wanted to be comfortable, so the last thing you want is me passing out. I do have some sage with me this morning that I felt inspired that I would light for us, and I do have a candle, so I'm going to light those. And if you have that, or if you have crystals that you want to bring around, you can, if you felt like you wanted to journal. So everything is an invitation. You're at home, you can make it your own thing. Always, whatever I say is a suggestion. Listening to your intuition, guidance of your body. When we're doing the yoga stuff, make modifications that or if you're feeling like your body wants to move a different way, that is trumps whatever I say. So let's just take 3 breaths together and get present to this right now moment as we begin to reflect and connect deeper with ourselves and our knowing. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale out your mouth. And I invite you to just notice, where is your awareness, where your thoughts might be. Are you still back to what you were doing before coming here? Or are you, what's going on later today or right after being here? Wherever that is, I just invite you to bring all of that awareness, bring all of yourself just to here. And you can imagine bringing it to your third eye, or the space between your eyes, into the middle of your forehead. Just bring everything, into your mind. Bring it back into your body. And then bringing that awareness down through your third eye chakra, down into your throat. And finding ease with finding your voice for yourself, and being honest and speaking your truth first to your own self. That makes it easier to be able to express to others. And then bringing that awareness down into your heart. And feeling it amplify and opening your heart, expanding your capacity to receive love, kindness, compassion, grace for yourself. Giving that gift to yourself first. And then it becomes very easy, without even thinking about it. It becomes second nature to be able to be that way with others. And bringing that awareness down into your solar plexus, the space above your belly button, your courage, your will, determination or commitment, whatever word resonates with you, you pick one that has you feeling confident in following your heart and following your knowing. Even if there's some voices in your head saying to the contrary, they become less interesting, and going in the direction of what is calling you is much more interesting. With ease and grace. And then bringing your awareness down into your sacral chakra. Where all creation lies. Within us, our creativity. Even if you think you're not creative, you are. And down into your root chakra, where our feeling of home in our bodies, or home in our space, in our surroundings around us, our capacity to feel safe and loved and taken care of resides, expanding your capacity to understand what that is for yourself and to experience that. Even just 1% more today, or right in this moment. Feeling, if you're sitting, feeling supported by your chair or the earth or the ground, sinking into that. Knowing. And connecting down through your legs, through the bottom of your feet, and maybe even putting your hands on the floor if you're sitting. Feeling the earth, Pachamama, through, even if it's a hardwood floor you're sitting on, it's part of nature. It's just changed its form. It still has its memory. Even if you're on a ceramic floor like I am, it came from the earth. It still has its memory in there. If you're on the grass, that's so cool because you have a direct connection right now through the ends of the blades of the grass, through the dirt. But in any way, you can still connect to it. That energy down through the earth to the core, through the plate lines, even through the ocean. You can imagine that if you like. That's what I'm seeing. because I have a deep love and connection with the ocean, so that often comes to me. But whatever it is for you, could be that you're sitting on top of a mountain or a cliff if you like to rock climb. Just taking a few moments here in silence, just breathing and just noticing and expanding your capacity to receive and know how loved you are. And now I invite you to bring that awareness back up through your body at your own perfect pace. Coming back up through the bottom of your feet, through your legs, up through your torso. Notice if it has a feeling or a sensation, a taste, a color, flavor, maybe a scent, maybe a sound. As it comes up through your body, through your torso, through your arms, up through your back, through your shoulders, up through the crown of your head, connecting above, showering over you, and extending up and above the space of where you are, around your neighborhood, your town, your province or state, through the country, up through the stratosphere, up through connecting to the sun and the stars, or the sun in particular and the energy of the sun, maybe even the moon. That check in for you. What does your soul, what does your body want to connect with right now? What would be a contribution to you connecting to your own natural vitality, expanding that aliveness and joy, rejuvenation, refreshing, enlivening, rejuvenating, and feeling that coming in through the crown of your head. Again, noticing the pace, the intensity, and you get to choose. So if it's feeling like, wow, that's a lot, and you can either ask it to turn down, or you could ask to expand your capacity to receive it. Maybe you could imagine a dial or like a light switch with a dimmer switch that you can control what frequency, the intensity of what feels good right now for you. And letting that come back through your body, through the top of your head, down your shoulders, down through your arms, through your torso, through your legs, through the bottom of your feet, and feeling the energies of the earth and the sky, finding this, dance and connection to swirl and mingle together, to feel the contribution both of them want to make to you, and your ability to receive it with no judgment, no comparison, just receiving, because you can. Just sitting with that, Just noticing your breath and your awareness. And when you're ready, we're going to keep this energy feeling and bring it with us to wherever we are, and keep it in that your eyes may be closed, and in the room, and just wiggling so that you're in your body and aware of your body and your fingers and toes. So, and then just keeping that feeling as you open your eyes. And I had mentioned I was going to light my sage and my candle, and I didn't yet, so I'm going to do that for us now with that yummy energy. We just brought in, so lighting with the thankfulness to all our cosmic support team for supporting us. And just lighting my white sage this morning to clear out what no longer serves, and really making space for all that wants to come in and contribute to me. More parts of myself as I embody more of who I am. And I invite that for you as well, if that is something you desire. And so you can imagine that I am smudging you as well, if that's something you would like. And I'll do a figure 8, infinity sign. All right. Okay. So, I'll do our flower spirit reading next. And then after that, we'll move our bodies to integrate what we're getting. So, collective reading for all of us that are here and those that will catch the replay. Let's see, what is the message for our soul and heart for today? And if we wish, we can carry it into the rest of the week. Oh, here we go. I love this. I've pulled this a few times. This is sea holly. What I love about it is how unique it is. It's so cool. The spikes, it's like, to me it looks like an amazing headdress, with its spikes and flower petals, or like feathers, and its spikes. Like, it's beautiful, but it's also like powerful. Like, it knows itself, and its little center very together. It's solid in its self, and it's sort of like, I'm here. This is me, and yeah, no shame about it. I love it. Yeah, it definitely grows in a very hardy place, and it's so in love with its own beauty. That's what I see. So I invite you to take a moment and get whatever message it has for you, just looking at it. And its message is, I love and accept myself exactly as I am. So cool. This is what it says on the back. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. Yeah, sea holly grows in a very rugged place. It usually grows like in rocks, by an ocean side, like on a cliff usually. So it's in the sun. It gets, ocean water, salt beating against the rocks and the strong sun. So it's in all of the elements, taking it all in, and it grows anyway. Oh, I love that. Yes, it's like being naked and loving yourself. Oh, yes. Yes. Mm. Yeah, that's powerful. Thank you. Let's see what other deeper message there is from the beautiful sea holly as I look it up here. Definitely one of self-acceptance. Most of us hide away certain sides of our character, only revealing them under pressure, when we are caught unawares by the vitality of our emotions. Yeah, this is true. At least for me, I don't know about you. The Sea Holly Spirit brings a wonderful message. Whatever or however we are, it is perfect. Let's take a minute to breathe that in, shall we? Whatever or however we are perfect. We all have a thorny side, and it is quite acceptable to reveal it sometimes. Like the sharp, prickly edges of the sea holly flower. Perhaps you've been suppressing certain aspects of yourself, in which case it's time to take a really honest look at how you may be acting to cover up underlying emotions. Bring them out to look at them in a detached, cool manner, and then they become part of the whole, rather than a hidden side of your character. It takes a lot of energy to hold back emotions. So if we can become more real, we can free up extra vitality and life force. I don't know about you, but definitely when I have expressed that or been honest with myself, even if it's in journal writing, definitely feel more alive after and less exhausted. So if you might be feeling fatigue or exhausted, look at where you might be suppressing some emotions. And if you don't feel like there's somebody that you could talk to that would just listen and not try to fix it or make you wrong or something like that, then journal it. Get a paper and pen and write it, and then rip it up or burn it if you can, or just throw it in the garbage. Just getting it out and letting it be expressed is the main thing. Or do both. What is needed here is more self-acceptance and compassion. The sea holly reflects an honest beauty from which we can all learn. Honest beauty. I like that. I think that might be a hashtag. And if it's not, maybe I'll make one. Honest beauty. Yeah. And then we can be more open and vulnerable about who we are. And the more we reflect the perfection of the sea holly or ourselves, the softer we become in ourselves. Yeah, so being tender and kind. Your newfound honesty about who you really are and how you feel will promote more genuine and rewarding ways of relating to others. Yes, I don't know about you, but when I have done this in the past, because you're showing up in kindness and love for yourself and honest with yourself, then that gets shown back to you. Definitely is also, the practical side of what be the change means. Or at least in my experience. It is time to remove the mask you have created to cover up those aspects of yourself that you've been hiding. Look in the mirror and still the critical voices of your mind. You are perfect, just the way you are. Let's take 3 breaths and just be with that and allow your capacity for that to be a possibility. And we'll do a couple of yoga poses to bring that in and welcome that. And as I mentioned, if you just joined now and you haven't been here since the beginning, that these are suggestions. And of course, if your body is feeling inspired to move in a different way, that trumps whatever I'm saying. So you honor your body. And if you need to adjust the moves, and then you do that. And it looks like my signal is stable, so if you're having any issues, it might be on your end. Thank you for mentioning it. Okay, so let's see, some standing and flowing, I feel like, is being called. Yeah. So let's do some coming into mountain, and we'll do a chair flow. So feet hip width apart, and so your ankles, knees, and hips are in alignment, standing nice and tall, tucking the tailbone under, belly to spine, rolling the shoulders down and back. Let's just take a moment to come into standing. You can keep your eyes open, gently gazing forward. Your head is neutral, hands out to the side, palms facing forward. Inhale and exhale. And on the next inhale, reaching the arms up and sinking down into chair pose. Knees over the ankles, so really feeling like you're sitting into a chair, belly to spine. If you're taking care of your shoulders, then you can just rest them on your thighs or on your hips. If you want to feel more of a lengthening, stretching through your spine, you can extend your arms forward. Or my favorite, because I like to open through the chest from maybe being closed from working on the computer during the week, I like to, or if you're taking care of your shoulders, I like to bend mine and open them here. And then next inhale, and then we're going to exhale and flow. Let's do this 5 times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the mouth. Good, and then just coming up into mountain. And I'm feeling next pose that would serve us really well in the theme of being your unique or looking your unique self, and integrating a message that I got from the trees during a storm that we had earlier this week, where they were very comfortable in being blown around by the wind and the rain and just kind of going with it, and they didn't really mind what they looked like, and they felt very sturdy. And just a reminder that every tree in the forest has its own unique look and beauty. So let's do tree pose with that in mind, and that, maybe your tree pose is going to be a little wobbly, and that's okay. It is a balancing pose, but sometimes we feel more stronger in our balance or not. So just as a noticing and awareness, and then just accepting what is. So without any further ado, and also I wanted to invite you that as we do tree pose, it's not about getting your, so we're going to start on the right. It's not about getting the bottom of your foot up into the inside of the thigh. It is about balance and feeling your connection to the earth and the sky, and being, the eye of the storm, that sort of centered, so that you could take the energy of tree pose off the mat by how you're walking when you're out and about. And it's more about that. So even as we're tapping our left toe out and your arms can be at the sides, and you're tucking your heel in and dragging it in, if you were to keep your foot here at the bottom on, resting on your ankle, this is also a hip opener besides balance. So that's really what we're looking for, is that the hips would stay square and the knee is out. And my knee is much stronger these days, but I'm also being mindful of it as I do this pose. And I'm just going to see, where does my body feel comfortable. So right now, I'm good with it on the middle of my thigh. You listen to your body, and I'm going to bring my arms up towards the sky, but you be your own tree. What does your body want to express as a tree? Keeping your balance, keeping your hip open, and breathing. And if you're wobbly, maybe even move with this a little bit and stay balanced. It's your yoga. You do what has you feeling comfortable in your own skin, an expression of you. So wherever you are, find your space and take 3 breaths. And then slowly coming out from wherever you are, feeling both feet on the ground, shaking it out. And then we'll do the other side. So I'm going to go on to my left. Feeling nice and sturdy. Feeling the 4 corners of your feet, spreading out your toes. And without locking the knee, keeping it a bit soft, but feeling nice and solid all onto your left side. And you can bring the arms up to shoulder height to keep your balance. Tapping the right toe out and dragging in. Clearing out some throat, being able to speak my own truth today. Okay, there we go. And let's see, where do we feel? Bringing up wherever you feel, keeping your hip open and your balance, even if you're a little wobbly, but belly to spine, hips forward, and moving your arms to wherever. And if you're taking care of shoulders, it could be that you keep your hands on your hips. That's fine. Or a little lower, maybe down here. That's what I'm feeling. And then you can be a little wobbly. It's okay. So just find your space for 3 breaths. and slowly releasing. Very good. And then I invite you to come to sitting, whether you want to sit in a chair or sitting on the ground. And then just sitting up nice and tall. Breathing all that in. Letting go of what no longer serves out our breath, really squeezing out the belly. Hold it out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Hold it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale. And then just breathing in. I like that. A tree's resilience and strength grows when tested. Very interesting perspective. Thank you for sharing. All right. So, next we are, let's see here. Some self-massage is what we're going to do now. Let's see, what is being called for today? We'll do a couple of things for the shoulders and neck, and then something for the hands. That's what I'm getting. So I'm feeling like do the hands first, and then we'll do shoulders. Okay, so let's warm up our hands. So let's do some stretches. And so what we're doing is just taking each finger and imagining you're reaching towards the bottom, the heel of your hand. You feel a nice stretch in the grooves in between your fingers. Didn't mean to do that. Crack my knuckle. So just feeling, you don't even actually have to touch. It's just really stretching it out this way and then doing your best to reach and just really feeling a nice stretch even through the back of the hand. It feels so good, and you feel it, well, I'm feeling it right even around there. Just really good to do. And anytime when you're at the computer and you get up to go for lunch break or something, to do this after or before you start again, it really helps to keep them limber. And rotating the wrists, then backwards and forwards. I bow to you, yes. And let's do, we'll do a pulling. So we'll use our thumb at the top, and then you're just going to cup with your fingers, and you're going to press starting on the lower knuckle and do a pull, a lengthening of the thumb. Then when you get to the end, between the side of your index finger and your thumb, just give a little press at the top, okay? And when you do it on your thumb, you may feel it activating your pineal gland, or your third eye there. So that's cool, that's normal, just in case you wondered what's going on. Okay, so we do that, and then we do each finger. Remembering to breathe, so inhaling as you pull, and then as you press, exhale. If you want some guidance for your breath, otherwise, listening to what your body needs, but just being mindful. I'm going to remove my ring. do the next one. And the next massage move, this is really good for lymph movement, so helping your body to release toxins. So also make sure that you're drinking lots of water. A good guide that I'm aware of, I mean, just as a guideline, is to take your weight and divide it in half, and that many ounces in water is a good gauge. So we're gonna start between the knuckle on below the pinky finger, and you're gonna go in this space with your thumb between your bones. So, and go down to the top of the wrist, maybe even go a little bit past. That works too. So you just kind of slide off, so pressing down and slide off. And this part feels really good in the meaty part between the thumb and the finger to give it a little press and then go down. So I like to do that 3 times. Just keep remembering to breathe. So I like to inhale at the top and then exhale as I'm going down. And then the other hand. Very good, and give it a shake. And then we'll do our shoulders. I'm just going to take off my bracelet as well. And we'll do shoulder squeeze. So you're just going to have your palms on the front of your shoulder, best that you can reach. And it might be helpful to have your elbows up, and then your fingers are just over on curving the back. And we're going to inhale and squeeze them up, and then exhale to release. So this might feel a little owie. Release. I invite you can even hold it for a count at the top. So inhale, hold, and release. Let's do one more. And exhale. And we'll do a shoulder rub. So you're going to use your fingertips and start from the outside of the shoulder, rubbing backwards and forwards on the spot while you're taking a line going from the outside of your shoulder to the top of your neck. So this is definitely a pat your head, rub your tummy kind of thing, but you can do it. All right, so here we go. And just remembering to breathe, looking forward, rubbing, frictioning move. This is really good for stimulating blood and oxygen flow to the brain. So again, anytime that you're taking a break from any activity you might be doing, especially if you're on the computer or on a lot of Zoom calls, or maybe you've been driving, this is just really good, even just one move on its own, to really give some TLC and relaxation and loosen those muscles up, going right up behind the ear. And really you can do it as many times as you want, maybe until this arm gets tired. But at least a good 3 times, maybe even, 7. Lucky number 7. So we'll do the other side now. Keep remembering to breathe, and just breathing in and out, into the nose and out through the mouth. And really put some firm pressure for Okay, so one more time. Very good. And then one more, let's do some tapping just to wake ourselves up. And as we're transitioning from our relaxation kind of mode that we might be in, and as we're going to, complete and go into the rest of our day. So we'll start with some tapping on the head, waking up those nerve endings and releasing the scalp. And you can tap over the face, underneath the eyes and around the mouth, the jawline, behind the ears, behind the neck, top of the shoulders, and through the chest on your sternum, and on the collarbone is really great, over the top of the shoulders. I like to call this raindrop. So it's still a little light. Maybe you want to change it that it feels like rain, like a light rain. So you're just maybe if you play piano really fast. It's also good for your fingers to move them this way, get circulation going, so it's good for everything. And just keep breathing. And there we go, and maybe just slowing it down. And wherever you are, either hands in prayer or on your knees or in your lap, and just take a moment and thank your body for joining you and not listening to what the mind said, because often it says, I don't want to, and our body knows best, and when we listen to it, we feel refreshed and rejuvenated, and we send signals of that satisfaction of fulfillment that I did that, and then your body remembers, oh yeah, that's good, and we like to feel good, so we start doing more of that, and then what the mind says becomes less interesting. We just say, thank you for sharing, and then we do what we feel called to by our body and our heart. And I am so thankful for you guys joining me this morning for Soulful Sunday Live. And should technology work, you'll be watching this on IGTV as a replay. And so hopefully I'll see you next Sunday, and we'll do this again. It's my pleasure to host this for my soul family online, so that we have a dedicated time for each our own selves for self-care every week, to do a little bit of meditation and reflection and some yoga and self-massage. And I so appreciate those who share. I love that. Make sure you tag me when you do, so that I can say thank you. I so appreciate you sharing with those that you think might benefit. And for those of you who don't know, I'm now hosting a Feel Good Friday virtual facial hour, and that is no charge. It's my gift. It's another way for us to connect together, for those of us who love to do facials and take care of our skin. And the link is in the bio. I host those on Zoom, so you do have to register to make sure that you get the link and that you get all the details of what you need to be set up to be ready to go at Friday at 8:30 a.m. So you're doing a facial at home with my guidance. Use whatever products you have, whether you've got them from me or another Etsy or however you might have got it, and we'll just take time to take care of our skin. And another way for self-love, to connect with me, and it usually takes about 45 minutes, and then we have a Q&A for 15 minutes. So if you've got some questions, you've got some things going on with your skin and you'd like some guidance from a professional, then I'm happy to do that for you. And Namaste. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.